resolutions. We've done this every year since we were born. Weren't we told, hey, you got to have New Year's resolutions? January 1st, set those New Year's resolutions. And I think you're probably like I am. How many times we did that, we set New Year's resolutions and totally forgot about it. And I think maybe we got bored with the whole thing of goal setting and what have you. But I got to tell you, it is probably the most important thing for salespeople, sales management, and even if you own a company. If your goals as a company owner aren't clearly defined, then how are the people that are supposed to help you get to your goals get you there? If your people don't know what your goals are, how can they help you get there? So really, it starts from the top down, but it's got to start somewhere. So how about your own personal goals? So why do you want to set goals? And this answer works for, why does a salesperson want to set goals? Why does an individual want to set goals? Why does a sales manager want to set goals? Why does a leader? What does a CEO? Number one, it creates a direction. This is where I'm going. I need to do this to get there. Without goals, don't really have a direction. I'm just putting in another day. My favorite book in the world is Alice in Wonderland. A lot of people, I don't think read it maybe as a child, but didn't read the real book by Lewis Carroll. A lot of good adult lessons in there. And one of the lessons is Alice comes to a fork in a road and says, well, I'm not sure which way to go. That road looks fine. That road looks fine. They both look fine. And right about then, the magical cat appears and says, what's wrong? And she said, I'm not sure which road to take. And the cat said, where are you going? She said, I don't know. He said, then it doesn't matter, does it? And isn't that the truth of us? If we don't have a goal, what you do today doesn't really matter. Just put another day to work in. Work hard, no big deal. So you need that for direction. But another thing people don't think about, it creates your own personal university. If you have goals, you have to learn something new. You have to do something different. So goals actually create your own university. I have to learn this to get that. And it creates your growth. So what does it do if you don't set goals? Well, it makes a very boring life. You can't get motivated if you don't have goals. Motivation is not rah-rah. And there's a sense of loss, I think. Too many people get out of school, out of college, and stop learning. Boy, I tell you what, that's just the beginning, isn't it? So I think if you understand how important goals are, now it's how to do it. Because I think we just don't do enough to know how. And it's one thing schools never taught us was, how do you set goals? So in a very short period of time, I'm going to give you my secret. When you have goals, the first thing you have to do is write them down on paper. If you don't write them down, they're dreams and really very hard to become reality. So you actually got to write them down. The one thing of writing them down, it makes a commitment to yourself. You write down, I am going to do this year. You made a commitment to yourself. So it's a start. 2, you got to put a date next to them. When do you want this accomplished? I believe there's no such thing as a bad goal, only bad dates. See, if we set a goal and say, I want to make $20,000 more this year than I made last year, and halfway through the year you're struggling, you'll make $5,000 more halfway through the year. Oh, that was a stupid goal. I knew I could never hit that goal. Not a bad goal. Maybe it's a 24-month goal, not a 12-month goal, but it's still a good goal, right? And by having a date set and benchmarks, you can then sit there and say, is my timeline off? Right? And I would say, if you're currently making $100,000 and you came to me and said, Tom, I want to make $1 million by next year, I would say, good goal, achievable, you can do it, because I've helped a lot of people make $1 million. Your timeline's probably off. So write it, date it. Next thing you gotta do is visualize it. Go get pictures. Anything you want, the goals you're trying to achieve, go online, Google the pictures, get those pictures. So if one of your goals is you want to save enough money to send your 8-year-old child to SMU, which is what, $100,000 a year? You go get your son today or Sunday, 8 years old, take them to SMU, get a stack of college books, get them in front of the big oak doors at SMU. You guys know which ones I'm talking about. Get the books, stack them up, have him stand on top of those books, take a picture of him, take that picture, frame it, and put it on your desk. And I guarantee you, you got to stare at that thing every day. You're going to work harder than you ever did before because he's going to be staring at you. So visualize it. Get a picture of what you want so you can look at it every day. And then lastly, share it. Tell everybody you know, even the people that want to see you fail, what you're going to achieve. The more people you tell what you're going after, the more likely it is you'll hit it. Tell you what, if you keep it a secret to yourself and don't tell anybody, don't make a picture, and if you don't get it, no big deal, no one knows. But if you tell everybody you know, I'm going to achieve this, then you'll probably get it. By the way, that's why Weight Watchers work. You tell everybody at Weight Watchers, this is how much weight I'm going to lose, and every week you go there and tell them how much you did. That's why it works. You share your goals. So now you got a couple minutes of how to set goals. This is the time of year to set the goals. Go out and set your goals for 2019.